Hello and welcome to another episode of the Positive Inspirational News Network. My name is Jared James Pedersen, and it is a privilege and an honor to be able to share this information and another fantastic episode with you specifically. Now, we have some really exciting stories that I'm going to be sharing with you as far as new breakthroughs in technology, new people that are making the Forbes richest list, and some of the techniques and strategies that maybe people like you and I can use to develop our passions, which is what every single person who is very wealthy and successful is doing. They're following and they're doing something that they love, or at least the happy people are. So happy and successful is what we're going for. Financially successful, of course, in addition to being happy. So we're going to be sharing some really cool stories with you as far as that's concerned. And also, I'm going to be giving away some prizes today. So actually, I'll kick off the show doing that. So what we have here and what we're going to be giving to 5 lucky winners is a copy of these success secrets that they don't want you to know about. So the reason that these are so important, the reason why you're going to want to listen to this is because the rules of this game of life that has been set up until this point, you may have been playing by other people's rules. So they set up the rules to say, get a job, go to school, get an education, buy a house, take out a mortgage, and they're basically setting up this system, this game for you to be working for someone else and paying debt virtually your entire life. So what we're here to do and what the CD is here to share with you is how you can break free and sort of realize that you don't have to be living in someone else's game or by someone else's rules. You have the power to make up the rules. You have the power to live the life that you truly desire. And you're going to be able to hear a little bit about that in these success secrets that they don't want you to know about. So all you need to do, and again, there's going to be 5 lucky winners for these for this disc. I'm going to send them directly to your doorstep, so you'll be able to listen to them. But all you need to do is the first 5 people that post a comment with this answer to this statement that I'm going to be telling you, the first 5 people that post a comment on this post will be the winners. So here is the statement, and what I would like you to do in order to qualify and win is give me the correct name of the person that said this quote in a comment right below this post. So the quote is, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Now, I also touched on this a couple weeks ago in an earlier show, so if you need to, you can review that show and watch the specific person I talk about as far as making that quote very famous. So again, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Who is famous for really popularizing this quote? Go ahead and post a comment right below, and the first 5 people that do that will be winning a copy of the success secrets that they don't want you to know about. Very powerful, very cool stuff. So go ahead and do that now. You can pause the video if you want, type in the comment to make sure that you are one of the first 5 people to win. And obviously, if there's already a bunch of people that have posted comments, feel free to add to it, add an additional comment, and you might win a prize just for posting the comment. So go ahead and share anyway, even if there's already more than 5 people posting the comment, because there's always room at the top. So go ahead and take that extra step, post a comment, and let's see what's possible. So what we're going to be getting into next is some of the news stories that I want to share with you on this fantastic positive inspirational news show. So the first one, I was recently inspired to watch this woman's TED Talks, and if you remember from last week's show, I referred to TED Talks and how they have such amazing speakers and people presenting life and world-changing ideas, and this woman is no exception. And so again, I want to encourage you, if you're ever looking for more positive, uplifting, and empowering information, you can watch some of these TED Talks. You can actually go to TED.com is their website, or you can go to TED.com/talks, and you can watch a whole number of these. I believe they have over 1,000 of these different talks that you can watch and really get some fantastic information from on a variety of different subjects. So I'd encourage you to go to TED.com and look through some of their talks that they have available that'll really, really blow your mind. But this woman in particular, her talk was called Coding a Better Government. And the story of what she was referring to is in certain parts of the United States specifically, they get a lot of snow. And so certain fire hydrants sometimes if there's 2, 3, 4 feet of snow in a particular area, the fire hydrants won't be able to be in use because they'll be covered in snow. So what they realized is this is a challenge, and even though people were sweeping the snow on their own driveway or the sidewalk, no one was taking care of the fire hydrants that were covered. So some of the people that were working with the local government in that area, what they decided to do was create an app, a mobile app and a digital app, an application that basically was adopt a hydrant. So people in these areas, if they were the first person to claim this fire hydrant that was in front of their yard or in their area, whatever it may be, they would sign up and they could then basically be the one to be responsible for allowing this, the snow not to go over the fire hydrant. But they were able to name the fire hydrant, and they had a couple different gamification elements to make this really fun. And what they realized was something very, very interesting. And this woman, Jennifer Palka, she said in this talk, she said that technology and that app did something that no government technology before was able to do or did, and that was it began to go viral. Because as you can imagine, if people are beginning to become more engaged and committed to their community by having responsibility over this fire hydrant, it may seem like a minor thing, but when someone gets to virtually own it by saying, yes, I've adopted this fire hydrant and I'm going to keep it and make sure that it's clean and usable at any given time. But when you start having that opportunity for people, you begin to see people want to help out, because that was something that no matter what government services were there and no matter what community was around, no one was taking care of this minor yet potentially very important issue. So what these people did when creating this app is they created a way for a community to come together and individuals to come together within their community on really creating positive changes. And they were able to do this with, just by virtue of goodwill and utilizing technology as well as specific type of psychological factors to want to have people want to become part of this. So it's very interesting. And what she was talking about is how we can basically code a new or a better government. And she goes into a lot the difference between politics and government, and how even though politics may not seem to be changing, government itself is, and it's because of things like this that are creating a new way of communities to do things. And she had a really, really cool definition for government, which I forget where she got it from, but it was basically saying that government is what we do together, what we couldn't do on our own. And so when we consider it from that perspective, an app like this and utilizing local government and technology and being able to really create change, I mean, let's just create the solutions that will allow these systems that are already in place to work to our advantage. And so that's one of the things that I really enjoyed about this specific talk is the fact that we're not just talking about the problem, we're not just talking about what's wrong with things, we're realizing what is there right now, and we're giving people an opportunity to get creative and really bring about a solution. Multiple solutions, because just this one with the Adopt a Hydrant has worked for other things in different places around the world. They've done it with tsunami warning sirens. People can adopt those to make sure that they're functional, because obviously that's very important. But what we're seeing is individuals becoming more involved in their community with the use of technology and creativity and innovation. So it's a huge opportunity. And if you remember last week when I was talking about that mobile app for the health, being able to diagnose someone better than a team of doctors is what this new app that's coming out is going to do. So when we consider that, and we consider these quote-unquote civic apps that help with different cities and governmental services, related services, when we can consider those two types of apps that are being created right now, that should really open up your mind to see what some of the possibilities are as far as mobile phones, apps, gaming, all of this type of thing. I mean, if you can consider what's being developed right now, these are things that 2 or 3 years ago, 99.99% of people would not have even believed that some of this stuff was possible or would work or whatever. But what we're seeing is that this is where things are going, and this is how huge positive impact and changes are being made through individuals using their creativity and technology to create really cool solutions to, great challenges. So this is really positive and inspiring, because this is just more opportunity for us to get to create what we want and utilize technology, utilize people, and being able to work together to create these fantastic solutions. So it's really, really exciting. I would encourage you to check out the link to watch this entire TED Talk that's called Coding a Better Government, and it's really, really interesting. So I would encourage you to take a look at that. All right, now the next story that I want to share with you, just very briefly here, I felt like it was very important to include this in the show. But we have a guy in India who's a social activist, Anna Hazare, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Basically, what he's doing is he's going on a hunger strike to end corruption in India. And what I found out was, in India, apparently bribes need to be done in order to get driver's license, different permits, and for a lot of other things, you need to bribe someone in order to get whatever piece of documentation or whatever it is that you're looking to get. So apparently it's a really kind of a bad situation. So what this guy is doing is utilizing the power of the people and the power of a true heartfelt message, and he's utilizing principles that Gandhi implemented as well, as far as going on a hunger strike to create and inspire social change. And apparently he's getting tens of thousands of people within India alone that are seeing this and are joining him, just like people did back in the day with when Gandhi was doing the same thing. But when you can imagine that a person like this is doing this today, and he has the power of the internet and technology to leverage, I mean, imagine the positive impact. I mean, if Gandhi, 80, 90, 100 years ago had the internet, I mean, imagine how many people he can get together. Well, that's the kind of possibility. That's the kind of stuff we're creating today. I remember hearing Kyle Cease, who's a comedian who talks about, empowering people and personal development, that kind of stuff. And he was saying, he's like, can you imagine if we on this planet just had like 10 Gandhis? He's like, if anyone just watching this, like out of all you guys, if 10 of us decide to do something, everyone else can just relax or hang out or whatever. But if 10 people created a commitment and a change like Gandhi did, I mean, it would be staggering. It would be staggering. And if 20 people decided to do it, well, then we need to work half as hard. So the point is, the more people that we can get to be the change, which is what we're doing, we are being the change that we want. When we get more people to do that on an individual basis in their own lives, we begin to see a ripple effect. And when we can add the internet into that equation, we can exponentially grow our efforts and our energy, because we begin connecting with like-minded people who want to create something similar. They just happen to be on the other side of the world or on the other side of the country or right next door. But the beautiful thing is, it doesn't matter, because we are connected through the internet. And so what this guy is doing is what pretty much any single individual can do, and that is that they can stand up, they can make a decision, and they can begin to create the new reality that they want. And so this is very, very exciting. And if you want to learn more about this guy specifically and what he's doing and how to stay up to date with everything that's happening there, you can check the resources right below this video on this post, and you'll be able to see an article directly linking to a little bit more to learn about him and what he's doing. And it's a very, very exciting story. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is something that I feel is a wonderful thing to do. So what this guy did for his 30th birthday, instead of getting gifts from all the people he knows, what he decided to do is give away 30 gifts to 30 strangers. And there's actually a video that you'll be able to watch, and it's a very, very, very powerful video that shows the process of them wrapping the gifts, them getting together and going out and handing these gifts to other people. And when we realize that that's a complete paradigm shift from usually what we think about when we hear about a birthday. Usually we think, oh, your birthday, oh, what are you going to get? Well, this guy decided to say, it's not about me getting anything, it's about me giving. And when you watch this video, you'll realize and you'll sense the power of giving, and how when we give something away, even if it's a toy to a kid, what's happening there is very powerful on an energetic level. By giving, we realize that we had so much more to begin with in the first place. And so obviously it's incredibly important to be able to receive as well, because if we are unable to receive these gifts that others are giving us, then that sort of kinks up the equation as well. So obviously we can be gracious receivers when people choose to give us gifts, just like these people received these gifts when he gave them away. But I think it's a very important element to really think about the power of giving, and giving without attachment, not giving in order to get something, but just giving because it feels like the right thing to do. It feels like the good thing to do. So this is a very, very cool video, and I had to share this with you because I felt it was so moving and it was so inspirational. What these guys did is just took an idea, they recorded it, they put it together, and they put it online and shared it. And now I don't know how many thousands of people are now able to, or have seen that video, have seen his story, and who knows the levels of inspiration and inspired action that he created with just that one idea. That's what we're able to create and recreate with anything that we decide to do. If we have an inspired idea, follow through on that. How can we help someone else in some way? Doing that at least once a day, saying, how can I give to someone else today? And then going through and following through on that action, you're going to be able to realize that you'll have more positive ideas. You're going to feel better. You're going to get outside of your comfort zone a little bit. And, life begins outside of our comfort zone. So when we do that and we begin to get more comfortable with being uncomfortable, we realize that that's where life really happens. That's where we can expand and we can release more of our abilities, our inner abilities that we have. They can begin to become released as we're doing new things and doing things in a new way to create new results. So this is just another fantastic opportunity for us to say, how can we give more, and see real life people already doing it, and doing it, in a very fun, cool way. It just makes it all the more enjoyable and all the better for everyone involved. So I would encourage you, if you have a birthday coming up, ask, how can I give gifts away this year? Or if you have a friend's birthday coming up, ask them if they'd be open to this. You can go ahead and share this video with them and see if they'd like to get together and get a couple gifts and give them away to, complete strangers. And if you want, you can film it, you can post it online, share it with us, and we might distribute it here through this show. So it would be a really cool opportunity for you to, share your inspiration and share your passion with the world. So if you feel inspired to do that, please do. And you can always email me directly at mrjaredjames@gmail.com. Mr. Mr. Jared James at gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you and see what sort of positive, inspiring things you're doing on a daily basis. And one final concept that I want to share with you, and it comes in the form of a couple of really interesting stories, one of which is the newest member to, and the youngest to, the Forbes richest list is Sara Blakely, who created the company called Spanx, which is like an undergarment company. And so basically what she did is she took her idea, saw that there was a need for it, decided to create it, took inspired action, a lot of inspired action to create this company. And now she just joined the Forbes richest list as being the newest, youngest woman to be part of this, elite club, if you will. And so this is really interesting because what she's done here is basically shown that a person with an idea and a passion can create a $1 billion company. So what this means for you and me is that the world is full of opportunities. Because what she did is she took something and she created a brand around a category, and because she had such a great product, and that product was able to be released through the right avenues, millions and millions of people were able to see this product, see her brand, something that was started as an idea, and now has a $1 billion company. Now imagine, what can the power of your thoughts create? If this one woman with an idea for a product to probably at the time she thought she just wanted for herself because it would be more comfortable, has now been able to develop a billion-dollar company on that one product and other products that may stem from that. But consider the power of an idea to solve a problem. I mean, I see opportunities for improvement all over the place. Almost every single day, I see opportunities to make things better in one way or another. So any one of those ideas, and any one that I'm sure you have ideas for, oh my God, like even watch for this. If you ever say, oh, I wish they would have something like this, or why don't they have something like that? When you see those are opportunities for you to say, I can create that. Maybe that's the next billion-dollar company. Maybe I'm going to be the next person on the Forbes richest list. Or maybe you don't even want to be that, but you want to have more money coming in so that you can live more freely and have more peace of mind by being able to travel more, do whatever you want, whatever it may be. The point is, it all starts with an idea. And really believing in your ideas is a very powerful thing that you want to make sure that you're always developing and deepening, because the more belief that you have in yourself, the more powerful you will be able to create anything you want. And if that's dynamic health, if that's going to be more prosperity, if that's going to be more free time, whatever it may be, when you have the belief in yourself to know that you can create whatever you want, then you have nothing stopping you. It doesn't matter what's going on outside. It doesn't matter what the economy is. It doesn't matter what the weather is. It doesn't matter what they're saying. You have the power to create the life you want. It's a decision away. I'm sure you may have heard that. Success is a decision away. So what that means is you just make a decision that you're going to change and you're going to be who you are. No matter what, you're going to get whatever you choose to create. And then that's it. That's the end of it. Someone says no, you're like, well, yes, I've already made the decision. That's it, period. So when you're able to make those decisions and make these commitments to creating a new life for yourself, for your community, for your country, for your planet, whatever it may be, you have the power to take these thoughts that you're having and bring them into physical reality with the opportunity and potential of creating a billion-dollar company if that's what you so choose and desire. It can be anything. You have the power. You can be, do, and have anything and everything you truly desire. And the reason that is because you are an expression of the infinite intelligence. You are a creator of your experience. Just like everyone else is a creator of their experience, you are a creator of your experience. And you get to choose how you perceive and experience the world through your thoughts, through your emotions, through your actions. And life can get better and better and better when you continue to think, yes it is, life is getting better and better, and not knowing how. I don't know how life keeps getting better, but it does. And it's because I continually say it and I continually feel it and I get excited about it. And you can do the same thing. Just say life. For me, life gets better and better and better. I don't know how it does, but it's going to, and it always does, and it's going to get better. Tomorrow's going to be better than today, and even, it's going to keep getting better. And we don't need to know how. That's the best part. We don't need to know how. That's not our job. This body, this brain of ours doesn't need to think of every single thing that needs to happen in order for us to have a better life experience. All we get to do is feel good and feel as good as we can and say, man, I just know life is getting better. I know it is. I don't know how, but I know it is. And that's it. And that's it. You just keep feeling good. You keep knowing it, and things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. So I just wanted to share that story with you about Sara Blakely joining the Forbes richest list, because the power of an idea can never be underestimated. We have no idea where these ideas can go and where they can take us. So I would encourage you to follow through on your inspired actions, ideas, and insights that you get. Take action on them, because you're only going to be better when you do. This is Jared James Pedersen for the Positive Inspirational News Network. Again, share this video with your friends. Share this positive news. Share your favorite news story. Post a comment below so that you can win one of these Success Secret CDs and also many more prizes, updates, and new information coming soon. What you can do is sign up here at freedomandinformation.com, become a member absolutely free, and you'll get first access to all of this exclusive information as soon as it gets released. I thank you very much. I love you. I thank you, and have an amazing day.